Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment here as it all comes to an end. NFL Week 17 picks and predictions. Don't worry, I'll be back for the playoffs, right? We do make wild card predictions, we do make divisional wild predictions, but for a lot of you, this will be my last time picking your team for this season. I'm sorry, okay, if you did not make the playoffs, my team still has a shot, and I previewed that matchup. If you want to go watch that video, go to the Sports Fan Entertainment YouTube channel when it is up. So with that said, let us start. Last week we went 12-4. Wow, man, I've been killing it lately. Jesus Christ, if only I didn't disappear mid-season. Who knows what kind of record I would have overall, but regardless, let us begin. With the Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to Houston, taking on the Houston Texans. Now, this is a game of consequence, as if the Houston Texans lose this game, they lose the AFC South, as the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans will win their game. Hopefully there's not a tie, and they will win the AFC South. So, there are stakes in this game, and because of that, I do have the Houston Texans winning this game, and I do believe there's a good chance, a decent chance I'll say, the Jaguars get this done. The Texans are reeling. Demaryius Thomas is going to be out with an injury. He tore his Achilles last week. Keke Coutee probably be out for this game as well. The Texans offense has not been great lately, although Deshaun Watson did have a very heroic effort at the end of last game. They are reeling a little bit. So there is a chance the Jaguars go down to Houston and really give their offense fits, give the Texans offense fits, but ultimately, because there's so much on the line, I do believe the Texans will win this game. Boo. Then the Miami Dolphins at the Buffalo Bills, and wow, the Buffalo Bills with an opportunity here to go 6-10 on the season. What a coaching job by Sean McDermott to somehow go 6-10 with little to no talent offensively. I mean, people keep talking about Josh Allen. I mean, people keep saying they're impressed with Josh Allen. Now look, I think he needs more talent around him. He doesn't have a wide receiver on the roster. Okay, Zay Jones is not a wide, no one's a real NFL wide receiver on that roster right now. There's not. Their best wide receiver got released only a couple weeks ago because turns out he was actually a damn disaster in Kelvin Benjamin. So they could actually win 6 games here. And as the Miami Dolphins have lost 2 straight games, they lost the Jacksonville Jaguars 17-7 in Miami last week. I gotta pick the Bills to do it. I got the Bills winning this game, going 6-10 on the season, somehow still beating my preseason prediction of 5-11. How about that? Next game, the Atlanta Falcons at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and wow, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man, they just can't win a game to save their lives. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. This is a team that started off so well this season. They are anything but now. My goodness. I mean, it's just, they're so lost, they're so screwed, and I think they understand that. They understand they're going to fire Dirk Cutter, probably fire Jason Light, maybe move on from Jameis Winston at quarterback, and it starts here at the Falcons winning this game in Tampa Bay. You have the New York Jets at the New England Patriots, and the Patriots were able to get it done last week against the Buffalo Bills, but it wasn't in that impressive fashion, okay? And we're going to get to more of that in my guaranteed tease of the week. In terms of who's going to win this game straight up, though, I do have the Patriots. I mean, come on, they're at home. They still need to win this game to clinch the, oh my goodness, so coveted bye week. If they lose this game, they could drop down to the 3rd seed, maybe even the 4th seed, possibly there, but they cannot afford that. Actually, can they fall down to the 4th seed? Actually, I don't think so. I need to look up who has a tiebreaker between them and the Ravens if they both ended up 10-6. So let me just say they dropped down to the 3rd seed, because I know that for sure, and they cannot afford that, so the Patriots winning this game. Next, give me the Carolina Panthers at the New Orleans Saints, and the Saints will not have to play anyone in this football game. I mean, they're going to put 11 guys out there, right, for the offense and the defense, but not to put in 11 starters, so expect Drew Brees to be out, Mark Ingram to be out, Alvin Kamara to be out, but in comes Teddy Bridgewater, who is a better backup quarterback than Taylor Heinicke. Maybe even Taysom Hill might be a better backup quarterback than Taylor Heinicke. The Panthers aren't playing for much at this point, so who the hell do I pick to win here? I mean, the Panthers care more, but the Saints with Teddy Bridgewater are probably still better at the helm. I mean, so I really don't know who to pick here. You know, who cares? The Saints are at home. I guess I'll pick them, but I mean, this is one of those Week 17 games where, I mean, who the hell knows? It's going to be ugly. You're going to see the highlights scrolling by on NFL Network, and you're going to change the channel to PBS and watch Arthur. Because you're not going to want to watch this. I have the Saints winning because they're at home. Our next game, we have the Dallas Cowboys at the New York Giants. And again, this is a weird Week 17 game. The Giants have been playing decent lately, other than their shutout against the Tennessee Titans, of course. But hey, the Tennessee Titans, what do you want to do? So they've been playing all right lately. And they're at home here. Now, Jerry Jones, I mean, this old ass, he's up there talking about, well, we're going to play our starters. Is he nuts? The Giants Cowboys have nothing to play for. They're locked into the 4th seed, and they're talking about potentially trying this game. I think they're lying. I think maybe they're going to start them for the first half or something ridiculous, but even Jerry Jones' crazy ass has to understand this is nonsense. I think they pull their starters midway in the game, and the Giants get it done at home. Detroit Lions with Green Bay Packers, yet another meaningless Week 17 game. Yay! Now the Green Bay Packers, they got it done last week. It looked to be bleak, but they came back and they got it done against the New York Jets last week in New York. Now they're back in Green Bay, and they're facing a Detroit Lions team that I'm tired of betting on. I've been betting on the Lions for the past 2-3 weeks, and they keep letting me down. Now, I've bet on them to win the game. I'm talking about, like, to cover the spread, and they've been doing that. I mean, so I'm done with the Lions because they look like they're done with themselves. They're right now number 5 in the 2019 NFL Draft. I mean, this is insane. Their talent is better than this. It doesn't make any sense. Give it the Packers to win this game. The Lions have given up. All right, next game is the Cincinnati Bengals. They're traveling to Pittsburgh, taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, the Steelers need to win this game, okay? And they're upset because, man, their playoff spot, I think, is gone. I don't think it's coming back, although we have to see what's going to happen with the Browns and Ravens, and we're going to talk about it in a moment. But I have the Steelers winning this game because they know it's huge. They absolutely cannot sleep here. So I expect them to blow out the Bengals, but hopefully it's not too little too late for the men in black and yellow. Next game, we have the LA Chargers. They're traveling to Denver, taking on the Denver Broncos, and the Broncos are limping to the finish line. They can't wait for their season to be over. The Broncos are just lost as a franchise. I mean, thank God for them that Peyton Manning, rolled through on his own Bronco and saved their franchise for those 4 years. I mean, outside of that, the Broncos have been one of the most mediocre at best franchises since like 2000, bro. I mean, seriously, the Broncos are a damn disaster. Really? I mean, they're just a little better than like the Raiders and the Browns, but not much better than that since 2000. If you take out those Peyton Manning years, it's getting bad in Denver. So, are the Chargers winning this one? Because the Broncos, I think they're giving up on Vance Joseph. I think they're giving up on this season. The Chargers must win this game to keep their dreams, and they are dreams, of winning the AFC West alive. So I have them winning this game in Denver. Next game, we have the Cleveland Browns at the Baltimore Ravens, and I'm looking forward to this game. I'm going to watch this game. I'm going to watch this game and enjoy this game. Now, the Cleveland Browns have a legitimate shot of winning this football game, people. I mean, it is legitimate. They are playing really well right now. My boy, Baker Mayfield, is slinging that rock, boy. I don't care if he's staring down Hugh Jackson on the sideline, cursing him out. I don't care what he's doing. That boy is winning games, and as long as you're a quarterback that can go down the field, read defenses, make throws, you can do whatever you want. I don't care what you're doing on the football field. Off the football field, yeah, don't get arrested or anything. But on the football field, you can be cursing out Hugh Jackson, cursing out your mama. I don't care. That boy is winning games and playing well. He's going to go to Baltimore and compete. But the problem is, although I believe he's better than Lamar Jackson, I believe he's more impactful than Lamar Jackson, he ain't got Lamar Jackson's defense, and that defense is in Baltimore, where it is so hard to score against them. It is so hard to have success against them. I saw the New Orleans Saints, one of the most fiery one of the more fiery offenses in the league, firepower all over the place, go to Baltimore and struggle for 3.5 quarters. Luckily, they're able to come back late in the game and win it. I just don't see how Baker Mayfield's going to go there and have more success than they did, or have more success than anyone did. Now, the Steelers, I think they got it done in Baltimore, but that was a long time ago before they really got on this streak. I don't see the Browns winning this game. I'm sorry. I would love to, because if the Browns somehow win this, and if somehow the Jags win that, then the Titans could be the 3 seed, if the Patriots lose 2, the Titans could be the 2 seed. But I just can't bet on it. I have the Ravens winning because, again, their defense, and again, they're in Baltimore. I just can't pick against it. San Francisco 49ers, they're traveling to LA, taking on the LA Rams, and the Rams must win this game. If they lose this game and the Bears win their game, the Bears steal the bye week away from the LA Rams. That is way too costly. They're going to show up and they're going to win this game as a result. 49ers having a hell of an effort late in the season. Kyle Shanahan is doing some things. Now, he's gonna have to start winning games at some point, okay? Because he's going to win less games this season than he did last season. Obviously, that's because of Garoppolo, but still, he's going to have to start winning games, and a lot of them at some point. But right now, I'm impressed with what he's doing offensively with Nick Mullins and company, but I had to pick the Rams to win this game in LA. Next game, Arizona Cardinals. They're traveling to Seattle, taking on the Seattle Seahawks, and the Seahawks are pretty much done. As far as I'm concerned, they are locked into that 5th seed at this point. I believe that's correct. So there's no reason for them to really try too hard. Actually, no, they're not locked in, because if they lose this game and the Vikings win their game, then the Vikings would vault them for the 5th seed. Does that really matter? Not really. So I don't think they're going to try too hard. But the good thing is you're facing the Cardinals. So you don't have to try that hard, right? The Cardinals suck. They understand that. They're about to fire Steve Wilks. They stink. So even though I don't think the Seahawks are going to try, they could trot out there Brett Hundley, and he's still going to kick the Cardinals' asses. So I got the Seahawks winning this game in Seattle. Next game. Philadelphia Eagles. They're traveling to Washington, taking on the Washington Redskins, and the Redskins actually kind of impressed me last week with Josh Johnson. He ain't too bad. He's pretty bad, but he ain't too bad, right? You know what I'm saying? So he could compete, he could get it done here, but the Eagles have way too much riding on this game. I think they have a very legitimate shot at actually getting in the playoffs. We're going to discuss that when we get to the Bears and Vikings game, but they understand what this game means to them. Nick Foles, man, that guy is slinging the rock for the Eagles right now, man. Call it what it is. He's slinging that rock for them boys. And I expect that to continue in this game, given the Eagles go to Washington and win pretty easily. Next game, we have the Chicago Bears and Minnesota Vikings. And here's my deal, man. I don't know why people are sleeping on the Bears in this game. Now, I understand. I've been Mr. Minnesota Viking since preseason, but pretty much I've given up on them at this point. Here's the thing, man. The Bears could get the 2nd seed. Now, I understand there's pretty much no chance of the Rams losing to the 49ers. But as far as the Bears is concerned, when they're going to walk into this game, they're going to think there's a chance. They're going to show up at least the first half, probably check the halftime box score, and then say, okay, now we give up. But by halftime, the Bears could be ahead in this game. Right, so that's the thing that scares me. I think the Bears could really win this game. And I'm going to pick the Vikings because I think that scenario is literally going to happen. I think literally the Bears are going to be ahead at half. They're going to go to the locker room in halftime, check the score of the Rams game and say, all right, screw this, and then give up in the second half, and then the Vikings come back and clinch their playoff spot. But be careful here. This is not a foregone conclusion. I cannot believe how many people are picking the Vikings. I know I am too, but I still see more people picking the Bears. This is scary to me. Will the Vikings and Kirk Cousins actually clinch this? We will see. It's not 100% people, not by a long shot. We're looking at Raiders traveling to Kansas City, taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And okay, hey, the Raiders won last week. I wasn't expecting that. John Gruden still has some semblance of life in his football team. I don't know what kind of life it is. Looks like alien life to me, but life indeed. Okay, so there you go. Chiefs are going to win this game. It's important to them. They need to clinch that #1 seed, and Patrick Mahomes will show up against the Raiders. I still expect the Raiders to get up some points on the Chiefs, as they did in Oakland a couple weeks ago, but ultimately for the Chiefs to win. And then finally, we have the Indianapolis Colts traveling to Tennessee, taking on the Tennessee Titans. Now, I made an individual video previewing this game and giving my prediction for this game, but I'll go ahead and just shorten it here. I'm a biased Tennessee Titans fan today, okay? I am going to believe that the Titans are going to win this game only because, as a Titans fan, I have seen them win this type of game over the past 3 seasons. I've seen them win games primarily at home, but even on the road, when they really had to, I've seen their defense step up, led by Kevin Byard, and I've seen their offense get it done late in the 4th quarter, led by Marcus Mariota. That's my premise. And I know Andrew Luck has done very similar things in his career too, so don't get me wrong, okay? We have an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object here. But Andrew Luck is 10-0 against the Tennessee Titans, and this streak must come to an end. It's Sunday Night Football, and I can't wait for it. And I just gotta pick the Titans to win this game. I'm sorry, I just must. So with that said, let's move on to my guarantees of the week. Where people, we made money last week. We were 4-1 last week for my guarantees. Woo! Hot fire. That puts us 11 games up this season, 61% on the season. Let's close it out. And this week we will be Pac-Man. We'll be eating points like crazy. Let's begin with the New York Jets plus 13.5. It's too much. If the New England Patriots are going to beat the Bills only by 12 points last week, I don't see how they're going to beat a Jets team that's honestly playing better than the Bills to me by more than 13.5. I just don't see that. Give me the Jets plus 13.5. Jags plus 6.5. Again, I do expect the Texans to win that game because it means more to them than it does to the Jaguars. But I expect the Jaguars defense to really give the Texans fits offensively, but Deshaun Watson to lead a game-winning comeback in the fourth quarter and probably score a go-ahead touchdown, but within 6.5 points, I like it. Browns plus 6. Again, I think Baker Mayfield is going to give the Ravens a lot of trouble, but ultimately lose. So plus 6, we're going to eat that point like Pac-Man. Broncos plus 6.5. Now, I don't like betting on the Broncos right now. Okay, don't get me wrong on that, but they did beat the Chargers this year. And the Chargers are looking for revenge. I understand that. And they're actually better on the road pretty much this year. I mean, let's go ahead and call it what it is. But 6.5 points, divisional game, I like it. Give me the Broncos plus 6.5. And then give me the Bears plus 4. People, I don't know why everyone's loving the Vikings. I think they're going to win. But you give me 4 points here. I like the Bears this year. Their defense, even if they pull out their starters, their defense can do some things. And Chase Daniel can do some things at quarterback. So I got the Bears plus 4 as well. And thus ends my Week 17 picks and predictions. Now, for those of you losers whose seasons are over, and I probably shouldn't talk because my entire season could be over at the end of this week. Anyway, don't worry. There's plenty of off-season content as I continue to give picks for the playoff matchup. And then we have weekly mock drafts on Monday, starting next Monday. And NFL drafts, scouting reports, and NBA videos will be coming out as well. Scouting reports will be Sunday and Wednesdays, mock drafts on Mondays, NBA videos whenever the hell I feel like it. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed this year of picks and predictions. Hopefully you all have a happy new year as you enjoy NFL football and college football playoff, if that tickles you as well. Until next time, this has been MJ of Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. See you all later.